Hello, my name is Ryan Jodish, and I'm the founder and president of Takapa, an advertising agency right here in Modesto. And I'm also very fortunate to be the president of the Modesto Rotary Club, which is celebrating its 100th year. I and all of the presenters here are very excited to be coming to you live from the Gallo Center for the Arts right here in beautiful downtown Modesto. I want to assure everyone that temperature checks were provided for myself, the presenters, the awardees, and crew. Face masks were worn by everyone except those on camera. Proper physical distancing is being practiced. And myself, presenters, awardees, and crew are the only ones here for this live event. On our live YouTube stream, the comments are open. So we ask that you comment and, just type away on if you get excited about something. I'll also be doing a little ask for some virtual applause every now and again. So if you're at your home or your office, just feel free to virtually applaud. It is great to be here for this great cause. But why are we here? Why are we here for National Philanthropy Day? Well, we've put together a little something that will tell you all about it.
Philanthropy. It means love of humankind. Philanthropy helps to feed the hungry, find a cure, save the planet. It inspires, teaches, houses, supports, and saves. Its impact is felt every day, in every community, making the world a better place. Supporting this work are thousands of dedicated professionals, fundraising professionals, building relationships, and connecting donors to the causes and projects that have the most meaning for them. Behind these professionals stands an organization, the Association of Fundraising Professionals, educating, informing, and inspiring new ideas, creating opportunities for networking and discourse. They conduct research and publish best practices, and work to ensure the profession and the nonprofit sector reflect the diversity of our changing society. They implement a code of ethics and distribute a donor bill of rights. They advocate, mentor, and lead. The Association of Fundraising Professionals and its more than 31,000 members in over 240 chapters inspire global change and have helped raise over $1 trillion for causes that impact our communities and our world. On this National Philanthropy Day, the Association of Fundraising Professionals joins you in celebrating the entire philanthropic community and its impact on our lives, our community, and our world.
Welcome back. We apologize for any technical issues. We're getting them sorted out. And we welcome you once again to National Philanthropy Day. And I'd like to hand it off and introduce Amy Wolf and Karen Williams. Ladies.
Thank you, Ryan, for that warm introduction. My name is Amy Wolf. I'm the Chief Development Officer for Daniel C. Salas Harvesting, and I've had the privilege of serving as co-chair for this year's National Philanthropy Day celebration. And I am so thrilled that we have the opportunity to honor such incredible heroes today.
And I'm Karen Williams. I'm the Executive Director of Learning Quest and also co-chair of this event. And I'd like to begin by thanking our hosting sponsor, Gallo Center for the Arts. We're so lucky to be here in the wonderful Foster Theater. We feel honored to be here, and I thank Lynn Dickerson for making this happen.
An event like this would not be possible without the generous support of a number of sponsors, and we were incredibly blessed to have that in this case. Starting with our event sponsors, California State University Stanislaus, who generously provided us $1,000. Our other event sponsors at the $500 level include Boyett Petroleum, Center for Human Services, Community Hospice, and Learning Quest.
And also our sponsors are at the $500 level, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, Mary Stuart Rogers Foundation, MJC Foundation, Second Harvest Food Bank, Stanislaus Community Foundation.
At the community champion sponsor level, we have 2 additional sponsors, Boys and Girls Club of Stanislaus County and Opera Modesto. Both Karen and I, as well as the entire committee, feel incredibly blessed to have such support for this event from our community. We've been overwhelmed by the generosity of our sponsors, and at this time, I'd like to give them a virtual round of applause. I'd also now like to take the opportunity to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. My dad served as a U.S. Army officer for 24 years, and in our family, the pledge and the flag and what it stands for holds a very special place in our hearts. So please stand, for those of you with me here in person, and for those following along, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It's now my pleasure to bring back on stage Ryan Jodish, our Master of Ceremonies.
All right, folks, I have the distinct honor to introduce our first set of champions, and they are Ann Ensley, Education Foundation of Stanislaus County, Carla Bartholomew, Learning Quest, Carol Kotrakis, Learning Quest, Kathy Gatewood, Boys and Girls Club, Chuck Kennedy, Second Harvest Food Bank, Claudia Velasquez, Special Needs in My City, Dana Coates, Learning Quest, Dirk Hoke, Center for Human Services, Dominique Johnson, Learning Quest, and Flerida Arias, Modesto Junior College. Let's have a nice round of virtual applause for all of these hometown heroes. And now it's time for Carol Richard to introduce our outstanding youth philanthropist and outstanding community organization. Carol?
Thank you, Ryan, and welcome everyone watching virtually, as well as our honorees today. Good afternoon. When Jack picked up the violin at age 7, his parents didn't know what to expect, but with the help of his teachers and coaches, he prevailed. It is my great pleasure today to introduce our youth philanthropist, Jack Litke. Jack joined Modesto Symphony Youth Orchestra and found kindred spirits in his fellow students. Not only did he become section leader and concert master, but he gave of his time and talent and fundraising for Modesto Symphony Orchestra. Jack demonstrated how to play instruments for countless numbers of young children through our instrument petting zoo. He played for after-school programs. He participated in our Link Up music education program for 3rd through 5th graders. And not only did he volunteer for our youth programs, but he also played for elderly residents at senior facilities. He fundraised for us by raising funds through fundraising breakfasts to benefit the youth orchestra, designing and selling raffle tickets, sold products at our annual picnic at the Pops, and played at private events to benefit Modesto Symphony Orchestra. Jack is a recent graduate of Bayer High School. He was admitted to Yale University, but plans to take a gap year due to the pandemic. He aspires to obtain his PhD and major in chemistry, hopefully with a minor in music. In the meantime, Jack continues to volunteer, tutoring students struggling with online learning. Would you please help me welcome Jack Litke?
Well, hello, everyone, and thank you, Ms. Richard, for the outstanding introduction. I would like to thank the Yosemite chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals for hosting this event, this lovely event, and to all of you tuning in virtually for supporting philanthropy in our community. It is truly an honor to be receiving this award, but I must admit, even on a day dedicated to philanthropy and service, that it was really my pleasure to be of service to the community. The modern world can be quite impersonal, especially like with Facebook and Twitter and stuff. We don't get that kind of interaction face-to-face, especially now. Not only that, but we tend to be quite busy. Our calendars are all marked up like a blackout on bingo with things that we need to do. And so, you kind of wonder, why am I doing all of these extra things? But I can tell you for a fact that when you hand a young student a violin or a viola and teach them how to play it, their eyes light up, they smile, and that makes it just totally worth it. It's the most fulfilling thing ever and just edifying to the soul. So really, it has been all my pleasure to be able to provide free lessons to high schoolers, to volunteer for the Symphony's petting zoo, and to help raise money for the Symphony's outreach programs. I'm also very proud to be able to say that between link-up concerts and after-school program performances hosted by the Symphony, I've been able to help expose approaching 20,000 elementary students to classical music. It's also been equally rewarding to be able to play for seniors in retirement homes. One thing is certain, I certainly would not have been able to have done all this without first having had excellent violin teachers. So I would like to thank Katrina Van Waltrop, Juan Gutierrez, and Dr. Miriam Cottonrack for teaching me all throughout these years. I would also like to thank my parents, Greg and Tony Litke, for always being there and giving me love and support throughout my entire journey with violin. I'd also like to thank the president and CEO of the Modesto Symphony Orchestra, Carol Richard, as well as the entire Modesto Symphony staff, and as well as the board of directors for all of the incredible hard work that they do every day to support our community. Finally, I would like to thank Carol Richard for nominating me for this award. She's easily the nicest person I've ever met, and she's the best role model for any young philanthropist to follow. So thank you. I hope that this time next year, I'll be in New Haven, Connecticut, and serving the community at Yale. Again, thank you all. It is truly an honor to be recognized for the small service that I've been to the community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jack. And now it is also my great pleasure to introduce the awardee for Outstanding Community Organization. This year's awardee is Make Dreams Real Endowment Organization. Make Dreams Real, through generous donations from the Boyette family, Boyette Petroleum staff, Boyette Business Associates, and hundreds of supporters, grants over $200,000 each year to fill the needs of children locally. What began as a program to serve Stanislaus County Office of Education's outdoor education program has evolved into support for numerous other programs serving children, with the added element of service learning to teach civic responsibility. Make Dreams Real serves such programs as the Gallo Center for the Arts Yes Company, First Tee Outreach Program, and Modesto Symphony Orchestra's music education program for elementary school-aged children. It is with great pleasure that I introduce a leading force for the program and a wonderful leader in our community, Carol Boyette, who will come in via video. Thank you.
On behalf of the Make Dreams Real Advisory Board, most of whom are on this virtual event, may I say that we're sincerely honored to be presented with this award. My late husband, Carl, would be so proud, as he was very passionate about Make Dreams Real. We appreciate the local Association of Fundraising Professionals for recognizing community-minded individuals and organizations who work diligently to provide opportunities for those less fortunate in our area. Make Dreams Real's mission statement reads, making dreams real for school-aged children of Stanislaus County through participation in programs that enrich and stimulate their minds and bodies and teach values through service learning. My son Dale honors his father's legacy by following his dream. Make Dreams Real has one fundraising event each year. 100% of any monies raised go directly into the fund, and Boyette Petroleum covers and underwrites all costs. Since 2008, we've given over $1 million to assist local schools and charities benefiting the youth of Stanislaus County. Our sincere thanks.
All right, well, let's have a virtual round of applause for Jack and for Make Dreams Real. Great organization in this community. And I'm excited because I get to introduce another set of champions. And those people are George and Ann Britton, Education Foundation of Stanislaus County, Greg Rogers, Learning Quest, Henny Van Koyenberg, Learning Quest, Janet Jameson, Learning Quest, Jenna Marsh, Learning Quest, Jewel Whitaker, Learning Quest, John Arnold, Learning Quest, Kathy Sniffen, Learning Quest, and Linda Goodman, Learning Quest. And how about a nice round of applause for these hometown heroes? Next up, we have Melissa Van Diepen to introduce our outstanding business philanthropists. Melissa?
Thank you, Ryan. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melissa Van Diepen, and I'm the Executive Director of Community Hospice Foundation, and I'm also very proud to serve as the President of our chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals. I'm thrilled to be here today to present the award for Outstanding Business Philanthropist to Grimbleby Coleman CPAs. Grimbleby Coleman CPA sponsors and participates in over 40 annual events, holds over 60 active volunteer roles in nonprofit boards, and annually contributes the approximate value of a full-time employee salary to local charities. Whether sponsoring an event or donating time to one of the many important nonprofits in their community, staff are committed to giving their time and their resources so that their neighbors can thrive in job creation, education, and business. Community service is more than just an opportunity to build relationships within the area they serve. To Clive Grimbleby and everyone at Grimbleby Coleman CPAs, it's about doing what's right, building trust, and making sure the community knows they can count on them, the people behind the numbers. Please join me in congratulating Clive Grimbleby, who is joining us virtually today.
Good afternoon. My name is Clive Grimbleby. I'm the managing partner of Grimbleby Coleman CPAs. And I'd like to thank the Association of Fundraising Professionals for recognizing our firm for our contributions to the community. For us, these contributions are both time, energy, as well as dollars. But most important, it follows one of our core values, which is to give back. We want to encourage, and we do encourage our staff to participate in those areas where they have passion. Could be being on a board, could be coaching a soccer team or a baseball team, could be volunteering at a local animal shelter. We want our staff to follow their passion, and we want to encourage them to do that by allowing them time in their schedules to be involved. As we pick organizations to be involved with, we look at them at a big picture level, what may be where we have contact in the community, but I think more important is for our individual staff to pick those areas where they might have some passion. Thanks again for the award. We appreciate being recognized, but more important is we want our staff to feel empowered to be involved in those areas that they're concerned about. Thank you.
And now I'll hand it back to Ryan.
I gotta tell you folks, it is so inspiring to be right here in Modesto with so many great organizations. And one of those we just mentioned was Grimbleby Coleman, and they do a lot of great work in the community. So another virtual round of applause for them. And guess what? It's time for more champions. And it's my pleasure to introduce those winners, and they are Linda Scheller, Learning Quest, Lois Lance, Learning Quest, Lorraine Freeland, Learning Quest, Mary Lynn LeBeau, Learning Quest, Michael DeZago, Learning Quest, Michelle Swally, Learning Quest, Richard Brummer, Learning Quest, Sandra Williams, Parent Resource Center, Sarah Denton, Stanislaus County Libraries, Shirley Gahn, First Tee of the Central Valley, and Tom Portwood, Learning Quest. Let's have a round of applause for this last slate of winners. Great. And now for Lynn Dickerson to announce our Carl Boyette Outstanding Philanthropist and David Barnes Outstanding Fundraising Professional. Lynn?
Thank you, Ryan. My name is Lynn Dickerson. I am the CEO of the Gallo Center for the Arts, and it's our pleasure to be able to host this event today. These are weird times for the Gallo Center, so it's nice to have real people in our building for a change. I do want to just make a little contribution to what Karen said earlier when she so graciously thanked me for making this possible. I would like to thank Jeremiah Lewis and Courtney Hurst, who really did all the hard work. I just said yes, and they made it happen. Jeremiah even came in on a vacation day to do this. So if you would help me thank them for their generosity. And on to the Carl Boyette Outstanding Philanthropist Award. To whom much is given, much is expected. That is one of my favorite Bible verses and one that our honorees live daily. It can be argued that good fortune was not given to them, but earned through much hard work and good business acumen. But you get the gist of it. Norm and Evan Porges are heroes to me and many others in our community because of their huge hearts, generous spirits, and love for our community. It's not unusual for successful families to sell their family businesses and move on to other cities and states where the taxes are lower, the scenery is more beautiful, the problems a bit less hairy, places where they can live privileged lives in or near anonymity, where they aren't hit up daily for contributions to good causes. Fortunately for all of us, Norm and Evan Porges aren't those people. They have chosen to remain here to be vital threads in the fabric of our community, to reinvest in worthwhile ventures, to set an example of philanthropy for others who have the means to also be generous, to support good causes ranging from the arts to education to human services to economic development and everything in between. These two gents are so much more than just the car wash kings of California. Our community would look very different without the generous, magnanimous Porges family in it. Norm and Evan, I speak for many when I say thank you for all you do for us and for all you have done for us for so many years. We love you and we appreciate you greatly. I know Carl Boyette is smiling down from heaven knowing that this award named in his honor is being given to you today.
Thank you very much, Lynn. In all fairness, I don't know if people know I'm currently the chairman of the board for the Gallo Center, and so those kind words go a long way with you as the president and CEO. Just kidding. Thank you very much, and I'm honored that you recognized us and nominated Norm and I for this award. Thank you also to the Yosemite chapter for choosing us. It's hard to believe that it's been almost 2 years now that Norm and I sold Prime Shine. Time goes by pretty fast. And what was a 30-year journey of the car wash business, of cleaning up the town literally, we really enjoyed giving back. And although it's bittersweet now that we can't give back by giving all those car washes away to the nonprofits in town, when Norm and I sold the business, we vowed that we would continue to give back differently, not free car washes, but with dollars that are necessary through the Porges Family Fund within the Community Foundation. The Community Foundation has been a wonderful way for us to give back. Marianne and Amanda over there are teaching us how to be philanthropists. See, I could hardly even say the word. Who knew? I was a car washer one day, and I'm a philanthropist the next. Pretty exciting. We're still learning how to do that, but as Lynn said, we're here. Modesto's home, and that's exciting, and we look forward to the projects that we're starting to get involved with to continue to clean up the town and make it a better place to live. It's our home. On a personal note, Carl Boyette was a dear friend of Norm and myself, and so it's an additional honor for us to receive the award in his name. Carl was not only a great guy and a great philanthropist, but he sort of paved the way for us on how to give. It seems like that'd be an easy thing to just give money away, but it's not. There's a right way to do it, a smart way to do it, and Carl was one of those guys who was a leader in that. And so it's touching and additionally moving to get this award in his honor. So thank you, Lynn, for nominating us, and thank you to the Yosemite chapter for this award. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Evan. And just for the record, I would have nominated him even if he wasn't my boss this year. So next up is the David Barnes Outstanding Fundraising Professional. And many of you may know that David Barnes recently passed away. So I have a little bio I want to read about David, and we're going to have just a moment of silence in his honor, if you would. So David Barnes died peacefully in Modesto on October 20th after a brave, lengthy battle with Parkinson's disease. He was 82 years old. David Barnes was a kind-hearted man who was born to spin a story. With an infectious, encouraging spirit, he did just that for over 50 years as owner of Barnes Associates, a professional fundraising and consulting firm. David became an author, an award-winning copywriter, and national expert on direct mail fundraising. David loved telling a story that would show off the impact of an organization, helping dozens of nonprofits across the United States to raise hundreds of millions of dollars. David also grew to love his adopted home of Modesto for the past 23 years, helping to found the Yosemite chapter of the Association of Fundraising Professionals and assisting numerous local nonprofits to share their story. Most importantly, David loved and appreciated his family, the St. Joseph's Church, his neighbors and friends, and his trusty dog, Boots. David will be missed deeply, but his advice and impact lives on in many organizations, including several represented at today's event. May he rest in peace. Please join me for just a moment of silence in David's memory. It was my great honor to nominate Amber Flores for Outstanding Fundraising Professional, and it turns out that last year's winner, Tammy Meneses, also nominated her. Amber worked for the Gallo Center on my team for a decade, and she just recently left us for a better opportunity at UC Merced. Insert sad face here. It's a bit hard to hang on to good talent when your business is completely shut down by a pandemic. Losing Amber was a huge loss because Amber is a tremendous talent. She is the whole picture. Although still a very young woman, she's an old soul with a Puritan work ethic. It's hard to outwork Amber. Add to that work ethic a really big brain that is always on duty, always looking for a better way or a creative new idea. In addition to being whip smart, she's just plain old nice. Donors love her, coworkers love her, volunteers love her, and bosses love her. She has a wonderful way of dealing with people, the pleasant ones as well as the difficult ones. She never hesitates to roll up her sleeves and do the physical work when needed. I wish I had $1 for every table or chair she has schlepped in preparing for or cleaning up from a donor event or a gala. I could pay off our remaining debt with those dollars. A combination of a high IQ and good EQ, seasoned with a little bit of luck and timing, is the magic formula for success, in my opinion, and Amber has it. Her instincts are good. She's bold in decision-making. She's willing to take calculated risk when they are called for. And I hope that my nominating Amber, even after she no longer works for the Gallo Center, is testament to just how special she is and how deserving of this honor she is. It was a privilege to work with and learn from Amber for almost 10 years. So congratulations, Amber Flores.
Boy, thank you, Lynn, so much. I am so humbled to receive this award, especially one that is named after someone that meant a lot to me. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Amber Flores, and I am a proud product of this community. I was born and cared for at Emmanuel Hospital and educated through the Turlock Unified School District. I developed my faith at Sacred Heart Catholic Parish and learned the importance of giving back at a very early age by preparing lunches for the United Samaritan's Daily Bread Truck and volunteering through Mountain View 4-H. I discovered my passions for education and the arts at CSU Stanislaus and spent the past 10 years ensuring that every member in this community had access to inspiring arts experiences right here at the Gallo Center for the Arts. I am now at UC Merced working every day to ensure that young people have access to a world-class education right here in their backyard. The incredible values that I have learned from this community to be caring, dedicated, faithful, loyal, giving, and selfless help to shape the person that I am, and I am so blessed to have a profession that enables me to give back to this wonderful place. I first want to thank Lynn Dickerson for her nomination, but more importantly, her insurmountable support as a coach, mentor, and friend. It has meant more to me than she knows. Thank you to my Gallo Center colleagues. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you to my AFP family. You push me to be my best every day. Thank you to Tammy Menezes, my longtime AFP mentor, for her nomination too. Thank you to my new colleagues at UC Merced. I am constantly blown away by your passion and commitment. It is truly an honor to work with you. And finally, thank you to my family, my grandmother, who encourages me to live every day to its fullest, my mother and greatest cheerleader, who encourages me to approach all things with kindness, empathy, and a giving heart. And finally, my wonderful husband, whose love, patience, and support make all of this possible. Again, I truly appreciate this recognition. However, it is an honor to serve such a special place alongside philanthropists and fundraisers, working in partnership to make our home a better place for future generations. I am so, so grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Amber. Well deserved. So I will now turn the mic back over to Amy and Karen.
I want to take this time to thank Lynn, Carol, and Melissa for their role as nominating our incredible honorees today. Please join me in thanking them as well as our honorees. An event like this would not be possible without many hands and many hearts. And at this time, Karen and I would like to take a moment to thank the National Philanthropy Day Planning Committee. Assisting me in coordinating those incredible sponsorships was Melissa Van Diepen. And in addition, our awards committee was chaired by Mitzi Lucas, and she was assisted by the incredible team of Carol Richard and Kathy Hobby.
And I would like to recognize the marketing and program committees. The marketing chair was Jewel Whitaker, and right by her side was Rochelle Rora Foster and Pat Portwood, who helped put out the wonderful marketing materials that we had for this event. The program chair was Arnold Chavez, and he was assisted by Mina Tadamete, and those two made this magic happen today. We could not have done it without them, and I'm so grateful to them.
And finally, we'd like to thank our Master of Ceremonies, Ryan Jodish. Karen and I are both members of Modesto Rotary Club, and throughout his presidency, Ryan has touted the concept that we need to continue making memories happen. We need to ensure that our community is still connected and has the same incredible Modesto spirit that we've all known and come to love. And so when we were thinking about today's program and the fact that it wasn't going to look quite like usual, Ryan was the first person that we could think of who would bring to this event just the enthusiasm and that commitment and love for Modesto. And in thanks for his time, his dedication, and his service to today's event, we're going to be making a donation to the charity of his choice, which, as no surprise, is the Modesto Rotary Club Foundation. And now I'd like to bring Ryan back on stage to wrap up today's event. Ryan.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Karen, very much. I'm sort of a recent transplant to Modesto, and I came here in December of 2013. And I just got to tell you, I was immediately struck by the philanthropy that exists in this community. I've never seen it any place I've lived. And so when the pandemic started, and then, after that first couple weeks, we all got the sense that, okay, this is going to go on a lot longer than we all thought. I never worried about Modesto because I knew Modesto and the surrounding areas were going to be okay because of that philanthropic spirit that exists here that I think is really it's unique. And so in talking with Karen and Amy and helping inspire them, and they're inspiring me, and it's been an absolute pleasure to host. And so in this year, this crazy year that just keeps rolling on, and I saw a meme and it was, but wait, there's more. And I think we can all say we don't need any more. We're good. We're good with 2020. Let's peter out and go to 2021, right? But in this year full of so many uncertainties, it is sure nice to have so many helping out in this community with their spirit of philanthropy, from businesses to people helping other people to read, to inspiring leaders in the philanthropic community. It's just been an absolute pleasure to learn more about these people and host this event. So I'm going to ask you all for one last virtual round of applause for all of these great people today. The recording of this presentation will live on the AFP YouTube channel and AFP social media, so look for it, please. And all of us representing National Philanthropic Day really appreciate you all joining us. Have a great day. Thank you.